Hello everybody and welcome. I'm your host, Captain Awesomeness, and after the previous video where I talk about mental health and how it's very important, I did have long conversations with people that I hold near and dear to me, to include my wife and my family and a couple of people I know from G&J Kartway, Racing for Vets folks. So it's been a good moment where I needed to reflect on myself and kind of get back into the swing of things. Having said that, all those conversations really felt very encouraging, and they gave me the kind of perspective I needed in order to get past my barrier. With that in mind, we are going to work on getting our go-kart built. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is go through a fast motion series, maybe a couple of close-ups I'll also do, but all in fast motion nonetheless, where I'm basically putting all the parts back together. I'm not tightening anything down, and the reason for that is that I need to go through proper tightening procedures in certain aspects. All I'm doing is putting parts together, putting them on the go-kart, and that's it. And then as and when we go through the series, what's important about it is that when I start to actually tighten all of these parts together, I'm going to be talking about certain things you need to be aware of. So that's coming in a follow-on video, but for now we're going to just go through this as quick as we can. It's like 8 o'clock at night right now. I don't even care if it takes me till 3 a.m. to do this, but I'm doing this. Again, it's in fast motion, so it might look like a 10-minute, maybe 15-minute video to you, but for me, it'll be a very long moment. So, all right, let's get going. No more talking. right, we are finally done with putting the cart back together. This took me about 18 hours or so. For you guys, it just took a few minutes. But a total ease basically in all of what I was doing, trying to get everything together. The only problem I had was getting the axle bearings to go into the axle bearing carrier, and then on top of that just trying to get the axle through, and then remembering what the measurements were of the brake rotor and where the chain sprocket would sit. But everything got figured out. Now we're moving on to the most important part of it all. Will it run? Well, my plan didn't go according the way I wanted it to, but you guys didn't get to see this. I was trying to get this engine started, and it will come to life for just a brief moment with the choke on and with the choke off, and it just wouldn't hold. I thought that there was a problem with the way the cabling was, but no, I checked, and that looks like it's good to go. The needle that goes from the throttle cable, it's connected to the throttle cable into the carb here. There might be a problem with where it's sitting, and it might be choking out the fuel. I don't know, or it could also be the float height might have changed in the bottom side of the carburetor. So I'm kind of running out of ideas. I've done everything from even blowing into the fuel tank to try to get all the air out and make sure that that's not the problem. But at this point, I've kind of slightly given up, but I'm going to see if there's anybody local who knows a thing or two about the 206 motor who can help me out with that. Also, we still have a couple other things that need to happen with this cart that we're not doing just yet, but those will come up in the next episode. Maybe they'll be individual ones, but short videos. We have alignment that we need to do in the front. We need to make sure that our wheel width in the back is good to go. There's going to be some custom graphics that I just got done. They came all the way from Latvia, of all places. So installing that and going through that process is going to be pretty fun. And then I got a little digital readout thing that I talked to you guys about. Well, it depends on who's watching this, but the ones who don't know, what I got is a Micron 5. It's an excellent electronic display unit, and the whole job of that thing is to kind of tell me what my lap times are, what my speeds are, and it does a lot of data analytics for you since it connects to the GPS, so it's pretty awesome like that. I mean, yeah, of course, for lap times, I'm going to also have to get a transponder, but that's nothing big right now. The main part was trying to get this go-kart together, and thanks to the motivation that came up as a result of my conversations with Brothers for Life, because they are veterans, and talking to them really helped me out. I finally got the energy to make it all happen. Now, there's so much more I want to talk about this, but we'll leave it at this. This cart is going to see a lot of action. There's a bunch of other things I want to talk about, but I will as and when the season develops, just so you guys kind of know a thing or two that I did with this cart for your own information, you know. But overall, the cart is good to go. I just need to get this engine firing up, which should not be that big of a deal. Overall, pretty excited about the upcoming season. The only caveat to that is that my season will start a little late because I will be actually traveling overseas between now and whenever actually I go. So officially my karting season will not start in the United States, it will be overseas. But still, hey, you know what? Whatever, I'm looking forward to it one way or the other. So that is all I have, guys. If you have any questions or comments, of course, leave them down below, and I will see you guys at the next Apex. Bye-bye.